Some movie scenes are iconic, not because of brilliant scriptwriting, but because unexpected situations put actors on the spot. Grab your popcorn. Chances are, your favorite movie is on this list. Francis Ford Coppola has made many films, but the one that echoes through time is The Godfather. Remember the scene where Luca Brasi nervously rehearses before meeting the Don?
Don Carrell, I am honored and grateful that you have invited me to your home on the wedding day of your daughter. And may their first child be a masculine child.
A little known fact is that the actor was genuinely that nervous in real life, and that scene wasn't even in the script. He was simply rehearsing his lines off camera, and when Francis noticed, he quickly told the crew to film it as if it were part of the movie.
I'll tell you the genius of Francis. This is really genius. That was shot, the interior of that was shot 3 weeks before we did the outside, the scene that preceded it, you know, the wedding?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, it was never in the script. He's got Luca in the corner, if you remember, rehearsing.
Yeah.
So it was perfect. You know, it's like
to make that
Don
stunt.
Corleone, I am honored to be.
So he had to add that.
Now
Obviously.
it
He put that in, and it was great. So it was
So, you
like
know,
now it
was a
justifies
rehearsed
how he
speech.
sounds.
Tarantino's a genius filmmaker, but also a perfectionist. What makes his movies brilliant is his obsession with detail. For instance, he almost never allows actors to improvise or cover for forgotten lines.
To the script, or does some of these guys try to ad lib?
They're I'm paying them to say my dialogue. Make no mistake. They're just too lazy to learn the dialogue, and so they're going to paraphrase it. No, that shit can't fly.
One thing he noticed whenever he watches movies is that strangulation scenes rarely ever look realistic.
Whenever you do a close-up of somebody being strangled in a film, I never buy it. All right, you know, because when somebody's actually being strangled, there is a thing that happens to their face, and the way they turn a certain color and their veins pop out.
For the close-up scene where Hans Landa chokes Bridget in Inglorious Basterds, Tarantino wanted it so real that he stepped in and did the choking himself. That look on her face? Completely real. Quentin made sure the choking was real to nail the scene. Before CGI, actors had to sell every moment. In Die Hard's skyscraper fall, the directors tricked Alan Rickman, promising to drop him on 3, but letting go right after 1 to capture his genuine shock on his face.
Again, with the benefit of hindsight, I looked at the faces of some slightly incredulous producers when I said that I would do it myself. And it was being dropped from about 40 feet, as I recall. And of course, because this was in the days of, there wasn't any CGI. So it was, let's drop the actor.
Scorsese nearly walked away from filmmaking, but De Niro pushed him to do Raging Bull. The result? A masterpiece with some of the finest acting ever put on screen.
Where were you?
I was at my sister's.
Where'd you work today?
The scene where Jake LaMotta flips out after learning his wife cheated on him was scripted, but the slaps weren't.
Open the door.
No. What do you want me to say? You're nothing but a fat pig, selfish fool.
That stunned expression, 100% real. She later said he actually slapped her as hard as he could to capture it on film for a genuine reaction. Another 90s classic is Billy Madison. In the dodgeball scene, Sandler was told to toss the ball softly at the kids, but he misunderstood the assignment and threw full-on haymakers. The parents weren't too happy.
Now you're all in big trouble.
You mentioned Billy Madison. I just want to ask you this story because the dodgeball scene in that movie is so great. Where you're whipping the dodgeballs at kids. And then I found out later on, and I don't know if it's true, that that didn't go quite as you thought it would go.
Even years later, the dodgeball scene still follows him. On Conan, he admitted just how much heat he caught from the parents.
I hit some kid pretty hard, and he gets upset and he starts crying. And then the parents all come up to me, they're like, hey, what's the deal? And I was like, what do you mean, what happened? They're like, you're the kid, you nailed that kid. I was like, oh, no, that's the scene. I'm supposed to, I'm like a big guy, went back to school, I'm supposed to plug all these kids as part of the joke. And they were like, oh, no. And I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, oh, I said, well, didn't they read the script? They go, they're 6, they don't read yet. I was like, well, I said, but I know, yeah, come on. And anyways, I said, all right, I won't do it or something. And I think I told the guys to roll anyways, and I nailed a bunch of kids. And something awful like that. But those kids grew up, and guess who they are today? I don't know.
While this one isn't from a movie, Jennifer Aniston's genuine shocked reaction is just too good to leave out.
I'm sorry to do this to you again, but is there any way you can look after Ben for a little bit? I've got this meeting at school, and he asked for his fun Aunt Rachel.
To wrap filming, they pranked her hard, staging Ross falling down the stairs when it was really just a dummy.
Oh, wait. No, Ben, come here. I am not kidding.
Yeah, you guys have to be serious. You gotta stop.
While most actors go to great lengths for the perfect shot, few have endured the pain Steve Carrell did. In The 40-Year-Old Virgin, that was his real body hair. No suit, no fake hair, and that look on his face, pure pain.
So ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you Oh, I'm sorry.
2, 3.
Down, nipple. Oh,
see her there. That actress, I love her face.
I know,
there.
me too.
Yeah. Is it true she lied in the audition?
Yeah, she said that she knew how to wax.
Is that true?
Yeah. It was, I think she was told that they needed someone to wax a chest, and she said that she was proficient at it. It turns out she had tried once to wax her boyfriend's back. And obviously that didn't go well either.
Previously, I thought he was a great actor. Now I'm thinking he just had to suffer.
Very little acting required from Steve in that scene.
You can often tell a great actor from an average one by how well they stay in character when unexpected things happen.
You know what I mean? Hey, I'm walking here. Up yours, you son of a bitch. You don't talk to me that way. Get out of here.
Believe it or not, that taxi driver wasn't an actor. He was an actual taxi driver. They were filming on a busy public street, and he nearly got run over by just a regular person. Not only was the reaction priceless, but just wait for the improvised lines that followed.
Hey, I'm walking here. Up yours, you son of a bitch. You don't talk to me that way. Get out of here. Don't worry about that. Actually, that ain't a bad way to pick up insurance, you know.
We're at the corner, and it turns green, and we're able to keep walking, and a cab.
That was me.
In my head was, we're making a movie here. And just as I say that, I realized, oh, you can't do that. So the brain changes it to, I'm walking here. But it was really what was being said for me was, you know, we're shooting.
While actors usually have freedom of expression, rarely are antique artifacts at stake. On the set of Inglorious Basterds, for some reason, a 145-year-old guitar was being used, and Kurt Russell had no idea.
Music time's over.
Her priceless, shocked face was 100% genuine. She had just watched Kurt Russell destroy a guitar worth thousands.
And then we cut, and she was, I can't believe that just happened. I was like, what? She said, you just smashed the real guitar. And I'm thinking, real guitar? They're all real. I don't know. So then I found out later that guitar was the real Gibson, I guess.
One time, Christopher Walken improvised so intensely that Robert De Niro nearly quit filming for the day.
Nicky, I love you. You're my friend. What are you doing?
That spit wasn't in the script, just one of Christopher Walken's intrusive thoughts brought to life.
All right, you all know the drill. When your number is called, step forward and repeat the phrase you've been given. Understand?
Give me the keys, you sucker motherfucker!
Knock it off. Get back.
What you're seeing there is genuine laughter. Benicio del Toro had gas that day and managed to stink up the set in every single take.
So we couldn't stop laughing. It was the one day where we all got the giggles and everyone, Benicio passed wind like 7 takes in a row, which is not easy. It was the first time at lunch where the director came to We the Suspects and said, "You guys are screwing me. I got nothing. I can't use a take." And now, well, that was like telling 9-year-olds don't laugh at the funeral. We came back from lunch and laughed even harder. We couldn't get through it. And I've never been a part of something that you just couldn't ever get your act together.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, he just said, "Yeah, great, thanks. We'll figure it out."
How many keys, sucker?
In English, please.
Excuse me.
In English.
How many keys, sucker? What the?
Number 4, step forward.
You can never really get a genuine laugh with just acting, so Richard Gere improvised, snapping the jewelry box on Julia Roberts' fingers in Pretty Woman. Her reaction, 100% real. It was so authentic, they left it in, and it gave the movie that perfect wholesome moment. The pug interrogation scene in Men in Black was filmed with an actual dog.
Not a thing.
Shaking it with anger was tough for Tommy Lee, but the real challenge was not breaking character.
Tempered in my speech. I love you. My dearest Adele. It would make me very happy.
Wondering why she lost it? Turns out the horse in front of Christina decided that was the perfect time to get a massive erection, and the cast spilled the story after the movie came out.
And remember, Maury's wigs are tested against hurricane winds. Maury's wigs don't come off, even underwater.
Maury's wig wasn't supposed to fall off in Goodfellas, but when it did, Ray Liotta ran with it, and his laughter was 100% genuine.
I could have dropped the dime a million times, and then I wouldn't have to pay tips.
Call the cops. You're talking crazy. Stop it now, will you?
Listen, you got money for that commercial, you commercial. You don't got my money. You don't got my money.
Tom Hardy gave a stellar performance in Locke. His character was written with a short temper and a tic, but a mistake on set ended up amplifying it even more.
What is it they say? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
The movie was filmed over 6 nights using 3 cameras in a single take, but the BMW's low fuel warning kept disrupting scenes, so director Stephen Knight kept Hardy's frustrated reactions and swapped the noise for a different alert.
Because it's me driving. Me. Not you.
Drop your all-time favorite movie in the comments. Thanks for watching.